Hey you, it's Jess here and welcome back to my channel. Today we are planning for the week of June 3rd to the 9th. I couldn't read I have the dates right here. I don't know why I always try and look at the foil stickers, but June 3rd through the 9th, the first proper week of June. And I'm using this Scribble Prints Co. I think it's the March mystery from this year, 2024, and it's the artist mystery. It's just really fun with the primary colors and all the art stuff. And of course, I did plenty of artwork this week. I got a custom done and I got super close to finishing a shop set as well. I'm filming this on the Monday after and I have now finished the set. So we got a lot of work done this week, which was great. I even worked on Sunday actually, but it worked out. But yeah, I'm just going to pair with this sparkly hollow foil, and I'm going to use first a bundle from SPC. I can't remember what type of bundle. I didn't use too much of it actually, but I paired it with some Planner Choco artist designs, which she released from my request, so I was very grateful for that, and I love the little artist designs. Oh, it was a sparkle bundle. That was it. I did use a little bit of it in the full boxes, and the bougie, of course. I still kept it pretty minimally foiled. Yeah, I just haven't been doing too much foil on my spreads, but I always love to have the bougies because I just find it so much easier to put stickers down on it. I also used some Planner Choco little artist quotes as well in there. I used Eat, Sleep, Art, Repeat, which is definitely this week. I used Peace, Love, Art, and Art is a Work of Heart, which hopefully it is. Well, I finished a custom this week that was, Andreas actually talked about it on her Instagram stories, that it was a Christmas design. I know I'm drawing Christmas in June, but yeah, and I think it came out really, really well. And Andrea teared up from it. It's you guys will see it when we finally release Christmas art. But yeah, it took a long time. I didn't plan to spend most of the week on it, but I didn't actually finish it till mid-Thursday because it was a lot of work, this set. But I think all the effort will prove well, and hopefully people will like it when it comes to those releases. But let's finish up here with doing the base. I just did my usual color blocking, and it's fun because I decided I wanted 2 of the blue instead of the red, which meant I could do a proper red sidebar as well, color blocked, which was awesome. But yeah, I really liked the blue in this set, so I wanted more blue. So if you look at the way the colors are, it would make, if I just went with how this was, it would have made 1 blue. So I just switched the red around with that. I got my book here of the Week Chaos Terminal, although I finished it on Tuesday. So I've started my next book. I didn't get everything done this week, but and I finished the shop set on the Monday after, but it was basically done. So yeah, let's get into the day by day of the actual week. I gotta remember that I'm not starting with the red. But we're gonna start off with our usual Coffee Monday, because I always like to put that in. Then I had a pre-plan with me go up. And apologies for this week that I didn't do a video on Monday, but I just really wasn't feeling up to it on yesterday, so it just didn't happen, so apologies for that, but we will do another pre-plan with me next time. I also was supposed to film a vlog this week, but I didn't end up doing that, so apologies again. But you know, most of the week was spent doing the custom, so I wasn't able to show you guys anything anyway. But I had the pre-plan with me go up, and then of course I did work starting in the morning. And then while I worked, I read my audiobook, Chaos Terminal. I thought it was really good. I hadn't noticed until one of you mentioned that it had a different narrator compared to the first book of the audiobook, and I will say I didn't quite like. I wasn't that big a fan of the new narrator. She's fine, but it wasn't quite the same. So, but it was still a good read, and I enjoyed like the mystery. So, if Chaos Terminal is the second book. The first one is Station Eternity, and it's like a cozy sci-fi murder mystery, and so it has those vibes. And it's still really fun, and I enjoyed the mystery of this one, although some bits and feelings... Sorry, I'm looking at the stickers. Some bits and bobs I wasn't a huge fan of, but I am looking forward to the next one, because I think it'll just get better from here. But I was reading that as my audiobook while I worked. We watched some Psych, and I think we've almost finished the last season, but we've gone to trying to catch up on some other stuff on TV that we still need to finish. We went back to Apple TV Plus, and we're catching up on everything that we had unfinished on Apple TV, which I will talk about later in the week. I was very much in my feelings on Monday. I put just the "This is fine" mug. I just wasn't feeling good. And then I was reading my Kindle book, which before bed, which is God Emperor of June. Which I will say, I don't know if I tried to start talking about this last week in my plan with me, but because I just use Lux, my partner Lux, Amazon account for Kindle, and we basically just share. We share both our Kindle and our audiobook accounts as one. But because it's their Kindle account, they've set it to not showing the page number, how many pages are left, or the percentage shown. So I have no idea where I am in God Emperor of June. I can't be bothered trying to change it. I honestly find, I love the Kindle, but I honestly find it so hard to navigate it. I don't know. Anyway. I find the UI is not very good, but yeah, I don't know. I'm somewhere near the end, I think, of God Emperor, and I will say I don't love it as much as the other books. I love the premise of it and like the story outside of all the other stuff, but there's a lot of philosophy and a lot of very outdated views, I feel like, on gender and sexuality. I won't get too far into it because I feel like YouTube hears those words and it gets weird. But yeah, there's I cringed at some of what they were trying to say, and I was also like, what is your opinion here? It's a bit dated, I will say. And I kind of like side-eyed some of his views about politics as well. I don't know. It's a fine book. I like everything outside of those discussions, which is a lot of the book, I will say. So that's kind of annoying. But it's fine. I don't know. I don't hate it. I'm probably going to give it 2.5 stars. I'll probably put it up to 3 for Goodreads at this point, but it's not my favorite. I will probably go into the next one though. I can't remember which one's the next one. I think it's Heretics. I'll see how that one goes because Luck already had the whole set of the June books on Kindle, so it's not costing me anything at the moment to like read all of them, but yeah. So I've been reading that all this week. I didn't put it on every single day because, I don't know, I can put other things, you know. I don't have to put the books I'm reading every single day, but yeah, so Tuesday I finished up Chaos Terminal. I did like the way it finished, and I'm looking forward to more of that, and I know there's another one coming out next year. And then I put on these new nails from Dashing Diva. We got Lopez y Lopez, a taco place, which I feel like used to be good, but now it's not very good. I feel like they got really lazy, and they got rid of my favorite hot sauce, which was like a mango-based one. So we're looking into like just remaking the tacos for ourselves. We had groceries delivered, and then I put this little Maru from Paper Milk at the bottom because I cut my hair, I trimmed it. I just trimmed the bottoms like to my collarbone, and then I trimmed some pieces around my face, like so I have some bit of like fringy bangs bits. In Australia we call them a fringe, but it's just like some shorter bits around the face, just to make my hair a bit lighter and nicer for the current weather. So yeah, I just did that on a whim. But that was Tuesday. Super simple. Just a lot of work to do on this Christmas set. Like, I'd actually done all of the line art already before this week, but it was just a lot to take on. It was a big undertaking, this set, but I think it all worked out for the best. Then on Wednesday, of course, we had a Plan With Me go live for the previous week. And then I went to the chemist downstairs and refilled my prescription, my ADHD meds. I was actually, I had my last one on the Tuesday, so this morning. The chemist opens at 8:30 a.m., so I just went down then, refilled it, and got started with my day with my meds on. And I will say an update, taking it also on Sunday, so I take it every day except for Saturday has done a lot better for me. Like, even if I don't do any like work on Sunday, it helps me get prepared for the next week, I think. But I still get that one day of Saturday where I don't have to bother about having breakfast, and I could just chill, and I can have caffeine. I have like some cola and a real caffeine coffee on Saturdays, and it's great. So it's been working out. I think it was good to add this Sunday to my whole thing. So yeah, just a little update on that. But we've been going well. I've only got 2 more repeats for it, so then I'm gonna have to contact. It's a whole thing. I don't actually contact the psychiatrist because I used like a company to be diagnosed, and I have to like talk through them because it's like the psychiatrist is through them. Anyway, but I should be able to get another 6 months prescription afterwards. And then I think I actually have to go and find my own private psychiatrist, which is sad because that's expensive. But we will see how it goes. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? At least the upside of this medication is that it is covered by the public healthcare here, so I get 40% off the price of the pills. So that's an upside at least. Even if I have to pay for private psychiatry. Boo. Anyway. So yeah, I did all that, did some work. I started reading my next audiobook, which is Words of Radiance. It's the second Stormlight archive book, which I'm rereading because the 5th book is coming out in December, Wind and Truth. So I've been working through Words of Radiance from now. And I think I've got like 29 hours left of it. It's like 40 something hours long. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm catching a lot of little things on the reread that now I know like where the books go. I'm like, oh, very interesting. And then we got Nikos Euros. It's a really good new Euros place here, or I guess Americans call them gyros, but in Adelaide, in the Greek community, you call them Euros. So we got Euros, and they're really good. They're probably the best, closest to Euros we've had here compared to Australia. There's not a lot of Greek food up in Finland, I will say. But you could probably, also Greece is very popular to fly to as a vacation spot here, so I don't know. And then we got back into our Apple TV watching, which was, we hadn't finished the last 2 episodes of the first season of the Big Door Prize, and there's already I think the last episode of season 2 comes out this week. So it's been a while. So we caught up and finished season 1 of the Big Door Prize, and now we're up to the last episode of the next season. It's really interesting. It's a slice of life, like small town, a lot of weirdos, stuff going on in their private lives, with the small touch of sci-fi, where a machine, it just appears in the general shop, and if you go in it and you put in your like handprints and stuff, it gives you a card that tells you your life potential, and it basically turns the town on its head because everyone's like doing other stuff, and then you get a life potential that tells you maybe you should be doing other things. I don't know, it's interesting. But it's still more about like the town and the people, and not so much about the weird science fiction little machine. But anyway, I really enjoyed both seasons so far. So if you need stuff to watch for Apple TV subscription, then keep listening. First, I'll say the Big Door Prize. I really enjoy that. And then I read some more God Emperor on Wednesday night. And that is my first half of the week. Very fun and colorful. So let's get into Thursday. Whoop. Try and get it out. I picked up 2 pages. No, okay. We're all good. So here we can see more of the quotes that I put in. So Thursday I had a new release go live. This was my back to school art, Hello Students, which was not easy to name, to be honest. I don't know why it's hard to like name that kind of set. But yeah, so that was released, and I finished up. So by midday I had finished the custom, and I sent the files off, and then I got straight stuck into my next shop set, trying to work on that and finish it up a bit. Yeah, luck was at the office this day as well, so I was able to do like a whole hunk of work, easy peasy, because I was all by myself. I also did some laundry, but yeah, the next set I actually had to it's a book themed set, because I feel like the bookish sets are in at the moment. We all love reading in the planning community, and if you don't, that's fine. It's not for everybody. It's just another hobby, But I feel like a lot of people are. So I was working on this book set, and yeah, so I had to do a lot of book covers and book spines, and a lot of like intricate designs, and that took up a lot of Thursday. I was hoping to get more done than that, but it takes a long time, and also kind of hurts my hand a bit doing all those intricate designs on clip art. But I feel like putting the effort in and the detail in makes it look even better. Because I feel like if you just slap on some text and a book spine in it, clip art, it just kind of doesn't look like anything. It's just a rectangle with some words on it. So I try my best. I was reading Words of Radiance at the time. I just put here that I sent the files to Andrea. I did some cleaning. And since Locke was at a work event until like 7, 8, I ordered dinner for myself from a Filipino restaurant, Karma Lake. Super good. I had pork neck adobo. Always super good and delicious. And that was my Thursday. Alright. So, Friday, I had a sticker haul go live that day. And I also did a bunch of work. I think this is the day that I did. So I drew 4 people for this set, and I got 3 of them done on Friday. I will say at this point I had everything like block colored in, so I just needed to do the highlighting and shading and detail work. So, but that's all I was able to get done this day, really. Because I also finished up that detail work on the books and whatnot. So that's why I ended up doing some work on Sunday. So on Sunday I did the, I finished that last person, and I also completed these scenes in their entirety. They had mostly been block colored in, but I still needed to do also book covers in the scene. And I also had to finish up coloring little bits and pieces here and there. And then of course I had to finish rendering the scenes. So that was a big block on Sunday, but it didn't take too long because it was mostly done. So that's all that's left for me to do today was finish up all those elements, the papers and the glitters. So that's all done. And tomorrow I'm going to do the listings. So, but that's like, I did a lot of work this week, so I'm glad I did the artist kit because it did match what I was doing. Again, I was reading my book with that. And I think here on Friday is when we finished up a big door prize. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because we have a different show on Saturday. It's a big door prize. I also jumped onto Dreamlight Valley and I was doing some playing with that. And then we actually ordered what Locke brought home. Also, on our shop on Tuesday, we ordered some mango for delivery, and then Locke brought home some strawberries on Thursday. So we had mango and strawberries just to snack on this day, which was super fun. They were all very delicious. Finnish strawberries are in season right now, so you gotta get them when you can. This is the thing about Australia, I think, is that we have fruit and vegetable basically year round because there's so much different climate in the country. So you can pretty much get that year round, whereas here, you know, you gotta choose your seasons. So right now it's strawberries, so that's what we had for snacks. And then I was just reading God Emperor. So I just pulled out this strawberry sticker from those like strawberry doodles from SPC. Super useful, and I think it goes with the spread really well too. I can't really write on these kind of patterns, but oh well, it works. Whatever. So I thought Woody would go well with this spread for Dreamlight Valley because we do have him in there. He is in Dreamlight Valley. And then here as well on Saturday, I'm going to put Dreamlight Valley. I played some stuff during the morning. I'm going to put Mike Wachowski because he's also in the game. And then I did some laundry. And we watched Summer Game. I think it's Summer Games Fest. Yeah. And then on Sunday, I think it was Sunday, we actually watched the Xbox showcase as well. But I didn't put it in, so I don't know. Anyway, it's no matter. We did watch both game showcases. And I think the game that I'm really excited to play and see is Dragon Age, the Veil God, because I love Dragon Age Inquisition the most. Love it so much, so I'm so excited to play the Veil God, and I can't believe it's finally coming out. It's been like over 10 years since the last Dragon Age game, so very exciting. Yeah, so that was really fun to see. Wasn't super obsessed with too many other things. I don't know. I'm pretty simple when it comes to games. I think the Xbox showcase was better than Summer Games Fest. Oh, that was the other game on Xbox Showcase. It was the new Life is Strange game, which I do love. We've played all the Life is Strange games, so I'm excited for that one. We will be playing that, so that's cool. Then we just did some cleaning up at the apartamento, and we made roast chicken for dinner. Well, we make roast chicken, but we make it into a hot chicken pack, which is a very Australian thing. But basically like fish and chip shops, but they're also like rotisserie chicken shops in Australia. And hot chicken packs is rotisserie chicken with fries and also peas and carrots. Usually peas and carrots anyway, with coal covered in gravy. So what we do is we do the roast chicken in the air fryer, and then we make fries while it stays warm in the oven afterwards. And then we just put together some frozen peas and carrots and make we make a fake gravy using doing like the roux, butter and flour, and adding water, and then also a stock cube, so it's like beefy. And that's like the gravy, and we put it on top of everything. It's so good. I love a hot chicken pack. And then the other Apple TV show we started watching was Foundation. So we did finish season 1 of Foundation, but I think it was last year the second season came out. So we had to watch the second season. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. I think it's really good. I love this concept of this. It's based on Isaac Asimov book, Foundation, or a set of novellas basically. But they've done it's only loosely inspired because they've changed a bunch of stuff. And the main thing that they changed, I feel like, is the most interesting part, in that there's a galactic empire and it's run by 3 clones of the same man, but at different ages. So you have young, so they're all Cleon and they're all clones for over 600 years. They've been reigning as clones. So you have young Cleon, who's Dawn. You have middle-aged Cleon, who's Day, and he's like the main emperor. And then you have the old Cleon, who's called Dusk. And all 3 of them technically rule together, but Day is like the main guy. And from season 1 to season 2, there's like a 100-year time jump. So now in season 2, you have the same characters, but these are different. I think in the first season, it was Cleon the 12th, was maybe the Day. And then in season 2, the Dusk Cleon is Cleon the 16th, I think. So anyway, but of course it's the same actors because, they're clones and they are alive forever. But it's really cool that they're time jumps, and there's this whole thing called psychohistory where they use maths and history to basically see how history is going to turn out, the future. Anyway, it's a whole thing. I love Foundation. Loved the second season. The stuff that happened at the end of the season, I was just I was mad at. It wasn't bad of the show. It's just the events that happened. I was like, how dare you? But anyway, crazy stuff happens. And this is one of the sci-fis, I think it was written in the 50s, that one of them that helped to inspire Star Wars. Because also Dune did that, and also John Carter, Princess of Mars, also inspired Star Wars. So if you want to see what some of the older sci-fi is like, I don't know, the Foundation TV show is really fun, in my opinion. So we watched the whole 2 seasons this Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, I just really love it. And also Day, Cleon, is played by Lee Pace, and oh my god, I love Lee Pace. And he's shirtless every single episode. He gives us the goods. But it is funny because I got feelings of God Emperor in Foundation, but not the cringy stuff that I said, but more the concepts of a God Emperor, which is basically what Foundation is. It's a God Emperor, but there's 3 of them in different life stages. But yeah, super cool if you're looking for a sci-fi to watch on Apple TV. I'm just telling you guys that right now, aren't I? It's just weird because they have really good shows actually, and they never advertise them except for Ted Lasso. So if you got Apple TV just to watch Ted Lasso and you need something else before it runs out, Big Door Prize, Foundation, and then we finished Foundation this day and we got stuck back into Invasion. Invasion is another sci-fi show, and that also had a second season. We've only watched the first. So we're catching up on the second season now. And Invasion is interesting because it is about an alien invasion, but the first season, you have like, how many groups was it? It's like a global start of the invasion, and you're only just seeing the first glimpses, and it's not until the last episode of the first season that you get to really see the alien invasion. But there's like a family with kids in the States, and then there's a bunch of school kids in England, and then there's a scientist mathematician woman in Japan, and then there's an American soldier in, I think he's in Iraq, or is he in Afghanistan? I can't remember. The first season's from couple of years, like 2021, so I can't remember which country he's supposed to be stationed in. But is that all the groups? But anyway, it's really interesting because it was like totally global, and I thought that was a really interesting aspect of it. And they're not going to stay, they don't stay separate forever, I will say that. But I know, it was a really cool, different way to do Invasion, and I will say, like, episode 6 is utterly insane. I was literally on the edge of my seat watching episode 6 of season 1. So good. We're still going through season 2. I don't love it as much as season 1, but I feel like even just season 1 you can enjoy by itself, but it's still good. It's just obviously now the invasion is underway in season 2, whereas season 1's like, it's all new, and I thought it was really well done the way they did it. Super fun. And then again, I was just watching, I read God Emperor of Dune. As I said, I did some work, I did some laundry, I read some of my book while I worked. So that was all of that. I did not write God in the best place, so I just put God Emperor. But as you see, I had scripts made for Foundation and Invasion. I didn't give them for Big Door Prize because I didn't know there was going to be a second season. But yeah, so that was a nice surprise to have a second season of that. BS. Oh, and they're already filming season 3 of Foundation. So, you know, if you want to get invested, it's not going to like leave you right away. But that is the finished lot of plans. So we're going to zoom out here. I have switched my planner just so it's less fat since we've finished like half the year. I just switched to my like sort of summary last unicorn purple planner for the coming months. But I do have some little cluster decos of painterly things that I do want to add in because they are cute. So let's get some little deco pieces in just to add a little extra shine. But otherwise, it was a good week. Yeah, just like Monday and Sunday, I was just not in a good mood. Just feeling pretty depressed, to be honest. It's the world news, you know how it is. I think a lot of us are feeling that. I think I've obviously already talked about this kind of thing in previous videos, but because it's still going. It's still ongoing, and I feel kind of crazy about it. Like, why is this still happening? But it made me pretty sad. And then I had issues sleeping on Saturday night. You know, I just, Heidi woke me up at 2 a.m. for breakfast. And it comes to a point where you just have to get up and feed her because she is literally attacking me on the side of the bed. And then I couldn't actually usually I can get back to sleep pretty well, but this time I couldn't, so I was up for a while, and then my brain, like, it spiraled into being like, what happens if I wake up and Locke is dead? What am I gonna do? I don't know how to get into their phone, that kind of stuff. Because my brain is silly, but anyway. I should probably work out how to get into their phone, but because you never know. I'm in a different country. I don't know how anything works in this country, honestly. It's still a mystery to me, so... and I find it so hard to remember what the emergency number is. I'd have to Google it. But anyway, that's what happens to me when I spiral. But we're okay. We're dealing with it. I was still able to get up a Sunday, do some work, and it helped a little bit, but I really wasn't in the mood for talking and filming. So that's why I didn't do the plan with me on Monday. So apologies again. Hopefully we can get a pre-plan with me done for next week. But otherwise, I don't know. You'll still get 2 videos this week because I've already filmed the video for Friday, so you guys can enjoy that. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this plan with me. I love the way the spread came out. I think the sparkly hollow looks really nice with it. It's just really bright and fun. And I did get a lot of work done this week, so that's fun. I can't wait for this to re-release next year. I'm definitely going to get another set of this artwork because I was so happy with it. I love how the tank came out. And I had to use all of the people this time, but there were so many good boxes. Like, it was crazy. But yeah, that is my plan with me, and I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe and comment down below. Have you used this set yet, or are you keeping it for another time? Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye bye. I love you. Bye bye.